Hallöchen, Hallöchen, Hallöchen. Herzlich willkommen zurück zu Blues and Bullets. Ich habe erstmal nachgespielt bis hierhin und habe gesehen, hier können wir auch noch was untersuchen. Dann machen wir das doch gleich, bevor wir gleich nochmal die Tür aufmachen, weil das habe ich noch nicht getan. Aber erstmal diese Handtücher oder was das ist, schauen wir uns mal genauer an.
They're still damp.
Okay, noch feuchte Handtücher. Shampoo für Kinder. Die haben hier unten Kinder gefangen gehalten, oder was?
Quite the contrast with the rest of the room. I'd almost say it was cleaner than my shower at home.
Geht so, ne? Okay, dann haben wir die zwei Sachen auch noch entdeckt. Hier an der Seite ist nichts. Gut, dann machen wir nochmal die Tür auf zu diesem Kabuff hier. Und dann spielen wir weiter.
The giant container has been used to hold children. Was Sophia Capone held in the container?
Okay, das werden wir uns gleich angucken an der Pinnwand. Erstmal suchen wir noch nach Beweisen, damit wir das auch wirklich lösen können. Was haben wir denn in dieser Kiste? Unterhöschen. Blutige Unterhöschen?
Boy's underwear. Dirty.
Ah, okay. Nicht blutig, sondern nur schmutzig.
Doesn't look like the dress Capone said Sophia was wearing.
Well, Sophia was wearing a blue dress with flowers that I personally ordered for her from Italy.
Was ist das?
She was also wearing white ballet shoes with daisies embroidered on them.
Okay, die Schuhe haben wir scheinbar mitgenommen, aber waren das die passenden Schuhe? Also das Kleid passt schon mal nicht. Gut, das merken wir uns mal. Das Kleid passt nicht. Erstmal weiter umschauen.
These prisoners were treated reasonably well, all things considered.
Ja. Naja, aber in so einem Container eingeschlossen zu sein.
No adult could sleep here. What do you have to do to a child before they draw something like that?
Gute Frage. Puh, okay, Pinnwand. Auswählen.
Was Sophia Capone held in the container? Was Sophia Capone held in the
Okay,
container?
darum geht's.
A girl's shoe identical to the one that Capone said his granddaughter Sophia was wearing. Towels that are still damp.
Nee, den wollte ich nicht verwenden.
The forgeries belonging to Sophia Capone's kidnapper. A shoe, identical to the one described by Capone, and the documents used by the person pretending to be Sophia's uncle make it certain that she was held here. Sophia Capone was here, but did she get out?
Okay, but did she get out? Die hatte doch hier...
Sophia Capone was here, but someone paid a lot of money for a piece of merchandise that could well be Sophia Capone.
Ja, genau. Die wurde
According to the
verkauft.
register, Ivankov was paid for Sophia, which means she was handed over to his customer. Sophia Capone got out of here, but did she get out alive? Children's shampoo. Someone wanted them to look perfectly presentable. According to Ivankov's register, not all his merchandise is accepted by the customer.
Okay, das war falsch.
A hefty receipt for children's clothes with yesterday's date.
Ja, das wird ein Hinweis sein.
Towels that are still damp.
Sie scheint noch
Damp
zu leben.
towels, the children's shampoo, and the receipt from a children's clothes shop indicate that they washed and dressed the children before taking them away. I strongly doubt that they washed them just to kill them, so there is reason to believe that Sophia Capone is still alive.
Muss ich jetzt hier noch was machen? Doch, ich muss noch irgendwas machen hier an der Pinnwand. Aber ich habe doch alles...
The damp towels,
Okay. Können wir jetzt gerade nichts mehr. Können wir vielleicht mit unserem Kollegen nochmal sprechen? Darüber, was wir jetzt entdeckt haben und alles? Nein, können wir nicht. Okay. Haben wir hier noch irgendwas? Hier Blutspuren auf dem Boden. Ih, boah, eine Kettensäge. Was? Geht denn hier ab?
Based on what I got out of Ivankov and these pieces of evidence, I guess he's a human trafficker.
Menschen.
Is there evidence that proves Ivankov was trafficking in humans?
Okay, da fehlen uns aber, glaube ich, noch Hinweise zu. Wir haben da, glaube ich, nur einen bisher. War da irgendwas? Ne. Das ist nur eine Nummer. Was haben wir denn da?
The marks seem to have been made by teeth, although I can't be sure.
Okay, Zahnabdrücke.
Animal fur.
Da unten liegen Patronen.
Bullet casings. They probably shot at whatever was in the cage. Just a number.
Aber es war ein Hinweis. Nur die Zahl. Was haben wir da?
I think they tried to clean up urine stains with some kind of powerful cleaning product made with ammonia.
Okay. Was ist das für ein Tisch hier? Was haben die hier gemacht, Alter?
They invented these less than 20 years ago to make life easier for lumberjacks. I wonder how long it was before the mob was using them for their own ends. This is fresh blood, not more than a day old.
Okay. Da haben wir noch so Scratch Marks.
Marks left by the chainsaw, no doubt.
Okay.
Dried blood. Been there a while. A cross painted by hand in blood. Was it the prisoner's own hand and their own blood?
Alter Vater, das ist echt ein Stich ins Bienennest hier.
Sickening smell, revolting stains. This was a toilet for whoever was locked up here.
Dann war es auf jeden Fall ein Mensch.
The diameter of these shackles is pretty conclusive. Wrists or ankles.
Das ist auch wieder ein Hinweis.
There's still some water and the food hasn't dried out completely. This cage was occupied recently. I think it says Abdulkader, the owner of the biggest prostitution ring in Santa Esperanza. 3 Ks. Holy Christ.
Das Ku Klux Klan. Oh mein Gott.
Jesus.
Alter Vater, okay. Menschenhandel. Hier, das
Recent
Essen.
traces of food and drink.
Das ist auf jeden Fall für einen Menschen, nicht für einen Hund. Das auch für einen
Shackles the right
Menschen.
size for wrists and ankles.
Und das
A
auch für einen
bucket that
Menschen.
contained excrement. No doubt about it. There were people in these cages. The size of the shackles, the troughs for food and drink, and the buckets for waste prove it. Can I prove that the people held here were sold? According to Ivankov's register, not all his merchandise is accepted by the customer. The cages are labeled with letters, or names and numbers. The labels on the cages could refer to the customers who buy human merchandise from Ivankov. I base this assumption on the register, in which some of the pieces are marked as acceptable and paid for, and others are not. What does he do with the ones that are rejected? A metal table on which bodies were mutilated recently.
Oh, das gehört nicht dazu, okay, aber
Human
das hier.
bodies, dismembered and piled up like trash.
Das auch nicht, was?
A scoreboard, like a knockout tournament.
Okay.
Chewed and stained with blood and body tissue. Cages that likely house dogs.
Ah, da macht er
With all the
Hundekämpfe mit denen.
pieces that are rejected by his customers, Ivankov organizes fights, probably to the death, between prisoners and between prisoners and dogs. Maybe even between prisoners and his own men. What is the fate of those that lose?
No.
A metal table on which bodies were mutilated recently. Human bodies, dismembered and piled up like trash. It seems clear that those that lose in combat are hacked to pieces. Some of them while they're still alive. I'd say they're then thrown into the water, but there's no proof. We're done here. Let's go.
Already? I thought I'd have time to finish Act 4.
Are you doubting my efficiency as a detective?
That would depend on the quality of your conclusions.
What?
Ivankov is a human trafficker. He has various customers who make specific requests. Slavers, pimps, God knows what else. He kidnaps them and puts them in these cages, shackling them and feeding them like animals until he's ready to complete the order. When he has enough, or maybe when the designated day comes around, his customer comes here and decides which of his catches are satisfactory and which are not. What does he do with the rejects? For many people, this would be a problem, but not for Ivankov. Like a true boxing fan, he organizes fights between the failed candidates. Bloody tournaments, possibly to the death. I'm sure his men place bets, and that the whole sick spectacle, like the Roman circus, helps keep morale high. But, as in the circus, it's not just people that fight. There are animals too. In these cages, Ivankov kept dogs. He forces the survivors to fight them, wearing boxing gloves, until the dogs tear them apart. And if anyone survives, Ivankov's own men finish the job. This leads us to the next problem. What does Ivankov do with the bodies? Easy. He cuts them up on this table, one by one. Alive, even, if they had the bad luck not to die in the arena. And then? I don't know. Maybe he throws them overboard, but that's always risky. Maybe if we interrogate him when he wakes up, he can tell us more. But that's not what really interests us. What really interests us is what's inside, or what was inside this container. In recent weeks, Ivankov has kidnapped 9 children for an anonymous client who pays him a fortune for each one of them. The most expensive item of all has been given the initials SC, our Sophia, as proved by one of her shoes, which I found in there. Today, or possibly last night, the customer took delivery of the children and paid in full. Before this, Ivankov bought them new clothes and gave them a shower. Why would he do that? Is it to sell them into adoption in wealthy families? I very much doubt it, but I can't figure out another reason. What I do think is that his client doesn't want to leave loose ends. I think he forced him to get rid of the rest of his prisoners. This is why they organized fights yesterday, dismembered the combatants, and even killed all the dogs.
Wow, das ist mal harter Tobak, was hier abgeht.
No.
Nein, ja.
Let's take this piece of shit to Capone.
What?
They're old friends. I'm sure Alphonse will be happy to...
Out of the question. You saw what he did to Burke. You want him to do it again? Want us to lose another witness? Christ, 20 years ago I let a child murderer slip through my fingers. I won't let that happen again. What if the two cases are related?
I'm not gonna persuade you, am I?
No.
Okay.
Was? Hä? What the fuck? Metallsarg haben wir gerade als Erfolg freigeschaltet bekommen. Was zum Teufel war das denn jetzt? Wieso haut er uns eins auf die Nase? Ich dachte, der ist unser Freund.
Wake up, Eliot.
We there?
No, still a ways to go. But from here we have to go on foot.
Ich komme hier zeitlich total durcheinander. Was, wann, wie, warum passiert ist. Am Ende der letzten
We've
Episode...
been in the car for 2 hours. You going to tell me why we're here?
Because we need to get there.
Come on, Jim.
Be patient. I told you it's a surprise. I want you to find out for yourself. Or don't you like surprises?
Nicht wirklich.
You know I don't. I'm trying to make Santa Esperanza safe and secure. A surprise implies a lack of security.
I got all the security I need in this gun.
If you say so.
Also am Ende der letzten Episode waren wir auf dem U-Boot. Dann
Do
am,
as I say and you'll see. Take it from Jim Dockers.
Because you're my friend, right?
Don't let your guard down.
am Anfang dieser Episode haben wir mit der Frau
Have you
von
heard
ihm
of
hier
the Bodona
gegessen.
cult?
You mean voodoo? Dolls and needles?
Yes and no. It's different varieties of the same thing. The Vodun religion from East Africa. In Cuba, they call it Vodou. In Haiti, it's voodoo. Santa Esperanza had its own version. A little community that lived in these woods, no more than 200 people, I reckon.
Had?
Right. They say practically all of them died. A sort of civil war sparked up by betrayal. Betrayal between friends.
Really? What kind of betrayal?
The Bodonas place particular importance on a person's name. They chose a name for themselves when they reached adulthood, and they only revealed it to their partners and their descendants.
Is that so?
It is. The legend says that while he was out hunting with his right-hand man, the chief of the Bodonas was attacked by...
Not such a dumb idea. I wish no one knew my name.
Well, for the Bodonas, it wasn't that simple. Ah, shit. Help me with this, Eliot.
Na klar, das machen wir doch glatt. Wenn mir das Spiel sagt, wie.
1, 2, 3. They had different names for day-to-day use. Nicknames similar to Indian names.
Oh oh. Das war er.
Come on. Anyway, while he was out hunting, the chief of the tribe was attacked by a bear.
A bear? There were never any bears in Santa Esperanza.
Why are you talking in the past tense? I wasn't joking when I told you not to let your guard down.
Shit.
The chief's wounds look fatal, so he confided in his best friend, the best hunter in the tribe, and whispered his true name to him. The hunter left him in the woods, went back to the village, and told the news to the chieftain's wife and children.
Well, that's tough. Takes a lot of cojones to give someone that kind of news.
That's why I always take care of it. But I wouldn't pity him.
Sullivan River flows into the Donovan Dam, I think.
I didn't think geography was your department.
Sometimes I like to dabble in things that aren't officially my department.
So I see.
Nee, haben wir dem damit jetzt irgendwie so einen kleinen Hinweis gegeben? Okay, ich würde sagen, an dieser Stelle mache ich eine kleine Pause. Ich danke euch fürs Zusehen und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal bei Blues and Bullets wieder. Jetzt möchte ich noch mal kurz meinen Gedanken zu Ende bringen. Also am Ende der letzten Episode waren wir auf dem U-Boot. Am Anfang dieser Episode reden wir mit der Frau von dem Typ, mit dem wir gerade hier durch den Wald gehen. Dann passiert ein Unglück, wo ein paar tote Polizisten auftauchen, also zu Schaden kommen, tote Polizisten zu Schaden kommen, wo auf jeden Fall ein paar Polizisten sterben, da wo Jim Dockers, also der Typ, der gerade vor uns geht, der Mann von der Frau, mit der wir uns gesprochen haben, wo der gerade im Einsatz war. Dann, Schnitt, waren wir plötzlich wirklich auf dem U-Boot. Dann, auf dem U-Boot stellen wir einige Sachen fest, dann kriegen wir einen auf die Nase von unserem Begleiter und plötzlich sind wir jetzt hier. Ich krieg das alles nicht so ganz auf die Reihe, aber ich hoffe, ihr tut's. Bis zum nächsten Mal bei Blues and Bullets. Macht's gut. Tschüsschen!